हेलो दोस्तों, दिस इज भारत कुमार एंड यू आर वाचिंग माय चैनल निर्मल इन्फो अपडेट्स।
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
After the face-off between the Indian troops and the Chinese troops last week along the line of actual control, LAC, near Sikkim's Neglod Pass, China seems to be planning something on the Ladakh border. The Indian Air Force, IAF, had to rush its fighter jets to patrol along the LAC in Ladakh after helicopters of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, were seen to be doing rounds near the border. This incident too occurred last week, as the report suggests, around the same time when the scuffle took place between the two troops in North Sikkim. The Chinese military helicopters were flying very close to the line of actual control. After the movement was picked up, the Indian Air Force fighter jets flew patrols in the area, government sources told ANI New Delhi. However, the IAF officials called it a routine affair. China military choppers flying their territories and our fighter jets in our territories. It is normal routine affair, said an IAF officer, as quoted by INS. He also rejected the aggressive approach at LAC. The officer said, on Tuesday also the Chinese military helicopters were flying close to LAC and our planes were also doing routine sortie. When asked about the aggressive attitude, the officer speaking candidly said, it is being unnecessarily sensationalized. It is a routine standard operating procedure. The act of China flying military choppers near LAC is being perceived as a provocation by the Indian military establishment. The LAC, unlike international borders, is not clearly marked. The India-China border dispute covers the 3,488 km long LAC. The Indian and Chinese soldiers were involved in scuffles at two occasions in last 1 week along line of actual control in North Sikkim and Ladakh. Sources said that 4 Indian soldiers and half a dozen of Chinese counterparts were injured during the confrontation in North Sikkim. It took place at Neglod sector, ahead of Mugthan, a pass at a height of more than 5,000 meters in North Sikkim. In total 150 soldiers were present when the confrontation took place. Later, the confrontation was resolved at the local level. Sources said that temporary and short-duration face-offs occur as boundary issues are not resolved. Incidents of face-off took place. Aggressive behavior and minor injuries took place from both sides. They were disengaged after dialogue and interaction at local level, a source was quoted by INS. Troops resolve such issues mutually as per established protocols. The scuffle in Ladakh took place on May 5th night and was resolved by May 6th morning. This is not the first time Indian and Chinese soldiers have exchanged blows along the border. Back in August 2017, Indian and Chinese soldiers threw stones at each other and exchanged blows near Pungon Lake in Ladakh. The clash had aggravated tensions between the two countries as it happened at a time when they were locked in a standoff in the territory of Deklam in Sikkim. It took 2 months to end the standoff between the forces. With Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, POK, Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider asking Imran Khan to attack India, netizens went berserk for the controversial and notorious statement of Haider. While asking Islamabad to launch an attack on India, Haider said, only statements won't work now. PM Imran Khan should react and order Pakistani armed forces to attack the neighboring country. While speaking to media after visiting some villages along the line of control, LOC, the POK PM admitted the Pakistani forces have made bunkers inside the villages and constantly engage with Indian forces. The Twitter users came down heavily on the Pak PM for his instigating statements. While one Twitterati said PM of POK has undergone complete gene mutation, another reminded Haider of the 4 wars which Pakistan lost to India. Here are some reactions on POK PM Raja Farooq Haider's attack India statement. Latest news is that Raja Farooq Haider, PM of POK, has undergone complete gene mutation. He has asked Imran Khan to attack India. Well, let's wait and see, another Twitterati said. The Pakistan-occupied Kashmir PM also suggested the Pakistani administration to give weather reports on Delhi as India is giving weather reports on POK. His comments come days after the Indian Meteorological Department's included areas in POK and Gilgit-Baltistan in its weather forecasts. A few months ago, Farooq Haider had said that armed struggle in Jammu and Kashmir should continue. New Delhi has always maintained the position that the entire POK, including Gilgit-Baltistan, is an integral and inseparable part of India. The U.S. decision to expel Turkey from the F-35 program will likely compound its already beleaguered manufacturing process, a congressional watchdog warned Tuesday. The Government Accountability Office, GAO, determined that while the program had made progress in lowering prices and increasing production, about 7,000 of its more than 10,000 airframe contractors' key processes do not meet predefined design standards for ensuring product quality, and it continues to face supply shortages that are likely to be exacerbated by Turkey's removal. The Trump administration's July 2019 decision to expel Turkey from the F-35 program because of its acquisition of an advanced Russian air defense system is likely to compound production risks, the GAO said. The program has identified new sources for 1,005 parts produced by Turkish suppliers, but the program is assessing the effect of 15 key parts not currently being produced at the needed production rate, it said. The GAO cited data from the Pentagon's Defense Contract Management Agency that said at the time of Turkey's removal, the program was facing increasing levels of late deliveries of aircraft parts and parts shortages. It further noted that risk remains with the administration's plan to switch from Turkish to alternative suppliers, noting in particular that some of these new parts suppliers will not be producing at the rate required until next year, as roughly 10% are new to the F-35 program. Airframe contractor representatives stated it would take over a year to stand up these new suppliers, with lead times depending on several factors, such as part complexity, quantity, and the supplier's production maturity, the GAO cautioned. It further cited the warning from an anonymous F-35 program official who said it is not clear how prices from alternative suppliers would compare to those from Turkey, but the official noted that alternative sources could be more costly. Turkey's acquisition of the advanced S-400 Russian air defense system prompted the U.S. to remove Turkey from the F-35 program in July. The U.S. argues the system could be used by Russia to covertly obtain classified details on the jet and is incompatible with NATO systems. Turkey, however, counters that the S-400 would not be integrated into NATO systems and would not pose a threat to the alliance.